Yes, talking about the fastest way to recover from stroke, probably as fast as possible without spending much or without surgery. And I've single-handedly supported an uncle that had stroke some times ago, and he recovered very fast. And right now, I also have somebody who's recovering from stroke, and based on health tips, doctors prescription, doctor's advice, is really doing well. I would like people to know that stroke is not the end of life, and whatever has a problem, a problem must definitely find a solution. So today, we want to look at the solution to recovering from stroke as fast as possible without going for surgery or without spending much money. And we want to say a few things about stroke. And if you look at stroke also, it has been tested, and these ideas we want to share, they are cost free and could heal diseases, and it also applies to stroke as well. So you want to look at that. If you know anyone who is suffering from stroke or from stroke, or if you are the person you had stroke, partial stroke or full time stroke, and you want to recover very fast as possible without going for more surgery or spending any money, then these ideas are for you. So you can also share, like our post, and subscribe to us if you really understand, and if this thing makes value to you, and meditate on it. And before we go further, let's look at what is a stroke. Stroke is a condition whereby there is partial or total paralysis of some part of the body due to inability of the brain to send signals and messages to that part of the body. That's why it's also known as a disease of the brain. So this also affects the circulation of blood from the heart to that part of the body, and it causes inability of the brain to function normally. And it happens when the blood pressure rises from abnormal values of systolic and diastolic values, so which affect the brain and cause the paralysis. In some cases, the mouth goes to the left side, and the walking experience begins to depreciate. Do you know that immediately if somebody has been attacked by this paralysis or stroke, there are various things you can do at that time, or probably few hours after that something. So we are going to look at each and every one. So people that are recovering from stroke and they want to make sure that they recover as fast as possible, probably because of their health, because of their job, or because of life generally, what are they going to do? So we're going to look at this one. And the first thing is, if you had stroke, or if you are just been discharged, you have seen a doctor, and you also need to recover very fast as possible, and don't need to spend money without going for more surgery. Then what you need to do is you need proper care. And one thing I noticed that one thing or the condition which I've seen people that makes people have fast recovery of stroke is when they have a proper care. You don't even need a surgery. You don't need to have so much. But what you need is a proper care. People that will take care of you. People that will cook for you. These people that will administer you eating more vegetables and all those things. And even the physiotherapy action. All these things put together, they are under proper care. This proper care can be in form of people sitting around you, people taking care of you, maybe like people taking you to bed, people advising you, people making you funny, and people just sitting around you, making the victim feel loved. You also need to feel loved, so and giving food at regular time, giving water, assisting the stroke patients to move around, go to the toilet, move around the house, do some simple exercise, and these are the common things that make people recover from stroke as fast as possible. So if you have stroke and you are looking for one of the fastest way to recover from stroke without going for surgery, without spending any money, then you need proper care. You know people to stay around. You need to be loved, and which works. Another thing which I've seen is they also need to conduct a workup, because there's no shortcut. There's no faster way than to see a doctor or a cardiologist, which is the best way to recommend a good therapy, a good physiotherapy for you, which help you build your muscles and veins that are collapsed. And the exercise will go back to normal, and your body will go back to normal. So doctors know the best therapy, they know the best exercise, they know the best condition. So if you have a stroke patient or you are a stroke patient, and they also need to let your doctor know about it. The another important thing which I believe that one of the things that makes people recover from stroke as fast as possible without spending any money or kobo, is when they do simple exercises. Because I've seen this work for people, and without exercises like stretching, like walking, like jogging, like moving around, then your stroke recovery process will be slow. But if you try, because the muscles are collapsed, but still, if you try to do some light jogging, if you're trying to walk, trying to do some stretches, and if people take you around, walk more, jog, but no, you cannot carry your body because the body is heavy, but you can do more of walking, you can do more of stretching and sitting straight with legs straight and all those things. then I don't think you'll be left out of the recovery process. The recovery process will be very fast if you learn how to do so. If you see anybody with triple shitting that have family, and even without without spending money, just the person to walk around, because walking, yoga, exercises, and stretching, they improve blood circulation from every areas of the body. In fact, even through the blood veins, such as the veins, the arteries, and which are formerly blocked due to paralysis. So exercise is one of the fastest way to recover from stroke, and I recommend anyone suffering from stroke to take care by doing some simple exercise, even if they don't have the power to do much. The next one I've gone so is you need to also be happy. Happy people are healthy people. So it's work. So if you are a man or a woman suffering from stroke, I need one of the best method, the fastest method for you to recover, then you should be a happy person. Watch comedy series, make yourself happy, because all these things drops the blood pressure when it's high, and one of the best. So when the blood pressure is high or when the blood pressure is stable, then the stroke seems to recover as fast as possible. But if you are still bothered, and probably you are bothered, or you still have things in mind, you are not feeling happy and all those things, then your blood pressure can also be down, and it's going to give your stroke recovery a very tough one. So that's what you do. So if you notice that you have stroke, just be happy and always believe that you will be standing again. You'll be as strong. I've seen people that have stroke and they are as strong as ever. Why? Because they learn to grow. They learn to outgrow the menace. They learn to outgrow, and they learn to do the solution. What's the solution? There's only different things we have talked about: exercises, to eat, and all those things. They know if you have stroke and you seek one of the fastest method which can recover from it without surgery, without spending money and all those things, then you need to eat less or avoid salt and sugar, because it's one of the if you are eating or avoiding less sugar consumption at that time, then it's good for you. But if you are eating more salt and sugar, then it's critical, because too much salt is bad for the heart because it contains sodium, which when accumulated in the body may cause blood pressure due to high consumption, and also may lead to hypertension or more stroke. So if you are to recover from that as fast as possible, then you should be giving less salt, but just do away with salt and sugar at that particular time, so that blood can be circulated properly around your body from the heart or other member through the blood veins. And then you also need, some of you have seen, you also need to avoid some fatty foods. Stroke victims or people who need fast recovery of stroke, or maybe like people that need the fastest method of, then you should be eating less of junk food. In fact, do it with snacks, do it with junk food, fried rice, fried meat, animal fat, and all those too much fatty food, because of the heart, because all those things accumulate, which assists in high cholesterol, and which is bad for stroke. It reduces the body metabolism and blockage of transport materials through the blood vessels. So you need to just, at that period, do it with fatty foods, and then you also need to take more. If you are doing it with fatty food, then you have to take more vegetables and fruits than fruit, because fruit contain vitamins and minerals that can help you restructure the heart, that can help you heal, because they increase metabolism and digestion. So blood are well circulated around the body, and you also need to eat fiber foods also. Then for fastest recovery of stroke at home, for people without spending too much money or without surgery, the fastest recovery is for you to take some fiber fruits. Fiber fruits are very good because they contain only 90% of fiber and water as well. And what do? They don't have sugar, they don't have cholesterol, they don't have fat, they don't have anything. But what they do is the fiber. They increase digestion and body metabolism. Since the digestion and body metabolism are increased, what do you get? You get a quick recovery from your stroke, and your body will be whole heart again, and your body will be stronger than ever again. Then you also need not neglect your stroke, maybe your drugs, maybe like when doctors prescribe for you, and those drugs should also be taken. Because when my uncle had stroke the other time, the doctor prescribed stroke treatment, drugs and methatherapy, especially drug, which also helps in the recovery period and make it faster. So all these things you should also consult your doctor if you want to get information about stroke recovery, and also I think one of the fastest, and they will tell you some of these things. So please do not forget to take more and more vegetables, because as a stroke patient, it is advised for you to eat more of fruits and vegetables, as well as fiber fruits also, because they work for and they make you have one of the fastest way of recovering. Another thing which I've seen people take, and you also need to take it, and more important is use snail. Because I noticed that that's one of the best meal for people with hypertension and stroke patients. Because if you eat more of snail or drink snail water, snail meat or snail water contains active substance that reduces the blood pressure very fast. And not only that, it also regulates blood pressure count. So if because and it does not contain sugar, it does not contain salt, does not cholesterol, fats, which makes it best for stroke people. So if you are a stroke patient or you want to recover from stroke, then you need to take more of snail, either drinking the water or taking the snail. Then the next one I've seen is stretching exercise, which I've talked earlier. I recommend stretching exercise. You can even get a stretcher from a physiotherapist because it does weaken the dead cells, the muscles and the arteries, and everything goes back to work. So if you are more paralyzed, probably your paralysis is partial, but then you need a stretcher, you need a hand stretcher, you need the leg paralysis and leg stretcher, all those things. The stretcher works very well. And if you visit a physiotherapist, they will tell you need to do with stretcher. So, and that's what we have discussed today. So all these things we have talked about, you need to consider them one after the other. And if you do them and follow this advice, you recover yourself of stroke, and you don't need to do any surgery, you don't need to beg anybody, and you don't need to spend more money. So please feel free to subscribe to us, subscribe to the channel, so you can actually get the latest from us when it comes to health related matters. And mind you, our next post will also be on hypertension, on stroke, and other things. So we keep offering and see. So we look forward to seeing you in our next post.